Good Friday, everybody. Meteorologist Casey Cloud here in the Weather Center right now, coming on because we have some strong to severe storms here across the area. I know I'm a little bit under the weather, so bear with my voice, but we have a severe thunderstorm warning in play for portions of Duval, Nassau, and Camden counties until 6 o'clock. They're in that yellow polygon, really seeing some nasty weather developing now here over the last several minutes. So a hail indicator popping up there that was pretty impressive. It may have been overdoing it a little bit because of where it's at in proximity to the Doppler radar site. But, we're watching that there carefully. We're also watching another storm that may get a warning here soon. So it's kind of turning pretty busy here. I know this is what did get a warning. As we're looking there, you can see we had some pretty nasty indications. And then where I'm at here in Bradford County, having some pretty nasty wind indications on velocity as well, where we're seeing winds 40 to 50 miles an hour. That was from a few moments ago. The current scan is this one, and this honestly may get a warning here pretty soon. Right around Camp Landon, seeing winds close to 60 miles an hour. I've already again got verification of winds around 40 miles an hour. So some pretty nasty weather here. The worst of it may be missing Stark, just barely off toward the east, toward around Kingsley instead, but still pretty nasty conditions here as we're looking at things in the Doppler radar algorithm. We have other strong storms across the region as well. As we're looking at things, you can see toward the St. Johns River, we're watching south of Green Cove Springs. We have some indication there of some hail possibility, maybe some small hail there as we're getting a little bit tighter. And watching more action toward Marion County here. Excuse me, and then into ward Duval County. I know the area that's kind of weakened on Owl. I have my mouse right there. So the two big areas of concern are this one. This is really pulsing up quick a few moments ago, and then this one here maybe pulsing up now into something that's about to get a warning, and you maybe will hear that thunder in the background where I'm at here east of Stark. Now it's not going to be looking directly into it. This is going to be looking off toward the west though. Let's go ahead and pull up the camera view. Is still looking pretty dark here. Looking from Stark back off toward the west. Again, trying to give you the very latest here on exactly what is going on here. An active day. I know yesterday was more active maybe in terms of the number of warnings, but I saw a couple of things I didn't really like here on Doppler. The situation developing pretty rapidly in terms of some intensification toward Bradford County, but then also our algorithm a moment ago is picking up on hail that could have been approaching 2 inches there in Nassau County, just kind of very quickly. You can kind of see what I'm talking about, actually. I mean, look at that. I mean, that right when that warning got issued, I bet that was up with some hail. Luckily, that's a pretty, sparsely populated area out there, but that's how things develop. Sometimes it's this time of year, by the time you can get a warning out, get on the air, especially, things kind of already starting to pulse back down. Not really pulsed up quick there, just east of Callahan, and then it kind of pulsed back down. I almost hope that was just maybe the radar overdoing things a little bit there, because that really set an unusual intensification with things there as we're looking. But again, trying to give you the very latest information to protect you, your friends, and your family. Just trying to let you know exactly what's going on here. Let's get back down to Bradford and Clay. I know that's some really strong wind there, right around Kingsley, around Camp Landon. That says winds to about 56 miles an hour on velocity, which honestly, this summer, we've had quite a few warnings here lately. Not all of them are showing those type of velocities. There's a chance of that quick burst of damage down toward the surface, of course, but that's actually pretty impressive there. So, I would not be surprised if we get a warning on this here in the next little bit as that moves closer toward Duval County. This is not as impressive over here right now. This with the warning actually doesn't look as impressive. I would say it again what's going on around Camp Landon here at this point. But we were posting about it a few moments ago. You didn't hear that thunder in the background probably where we're at. Again, the worst of the wind kind of, skirted by Stark it seems. It was looking like 47 mile an hour winds this south of Stark, and then the velocity kind of slowed winds down to more like 40 miles an hour. And then the next scan does so and winds close to 60 around Kingsley. I know this kind of showed some of that wind coming into play there. around 5:30 around Keystone. As we look here at an observation, 5:35 is when they had those winds that were a little bit stronger at the Keystone Airport. So again, we have a couple areas we're watching. Looks like just continuing to track things here. Continuing to give you the very latest. Let's go ahead and look here. Again, you see someone there moving there east of Callahan, west of Yulee. Looks like a new advisory popping out here. It's not terribly impressive around Green Cove. Watching that in Marion County. It's not really impressive, but we'll pay attention to it, obviously. I know we do have a boundary here, and boy, that could be playing a role. It's right, moving from west to east there a bit. You see some more boundary activity. That could be causing that additional strengthening into Clay County there. So, again, something to watch, something to monitor. Let me go ahead and look at one of my other sources here. Sometimes the scans run a little bit different on there. I don't see anything different on this at this point, though. But let me just kind of show you things. We should get a new update soon, but this will be some of that cause for concern here. As you see, 57-mile-an-hour winds there a few moments ago. I was just northeast of Stark, right there around Camp Landon. Again, that's some pretty significant velocity values showing up there, but we're awaiting a new scan, so. Okay, that's the new scan. It's still pretty impressive, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's some minor wind damage around Camp Landon and Kingsley here at this point. Again, I'm a little under the weather, so bear with me as I try to talk, but again, we're tracking a strong thunderstorm around Kingsley and Camp Landon right now. And honestly, it's probably been showing more impressive signatures over the last several minutes, especially like the last two scans and what we've had in some of these severe thunderstorm warnings here lately. Now, granted, that one up toward Nassau is showing a really nasty hail signature for a scan, so it faded pretty quick, though. But, I mean, that was something. I wonder, I'm going to check the Moody radar to see if that was something that was more of an artifact or that was really, producing there, because, being so close to radar, something weird might have been happening. No, I think that was really a storm then. So I think just, there for a moment there, that's not something you see very often around here. That definitely was some hail that was really starting to get down to the surface for one or two scans there. I mean, really, it's just that one scan that just it went crazy there. Probably some different mergers going on that can play a role this time of year. That's kind of scary if that happened over, like right in Jacksonville rush hour. That could really be a problem there. So in that one scan, I mean, really, it went up, and even if velocity wasn't showing the winds as strong, that could be a sign of maybe a quick burst of wind to the surface right after that kind of fades some. So just kind of, going back and forth on the scans there, on the volume scans, that was just really concerning. I don't see that too often here, because the other product, which does a good job, was going to, just off the charts with the hail around here for this time of year in our area. So over 2 inches for that one scan there. But then faded right back down. So that's something. They're right toward Nassau County. Again, watching things very carefully, monitoring the situation here. Again, just trying to keep you safe and informed. You're still watching some of that wind around Camp Landon and Kingsley there. They're going to expire to severe thunderstorm warning toward the north. That's some good news. Okay, we're getting word about that. Just trying to let you know what's going on. Trying to let you know what's happening. Technically, that'll still go for another few minutes to the north. But Again, just trying to let you know what the latest details are as we go between some of the different tools here in the Weather Center. See some of that rain coming down, not too impressive where we're at here east of Stark at the moment, looking back toward the west. But none of those are hills prior to a few moments ago, really emphasizing things in the Nassau County. Again, that's showing wind there of about 50 miles an hour around Kingsley. I want to give it one more scan here to see if maybe it'll dip back down, because if it does, with this severe thunderstorm warning expiring toward Duval, Nassau, and Camden, then maybe we'll wrap it up. But yeah, send those hail reports either my way and or the way of the Weather Service if you see anything there out of Nassau County. I mean, it's pretty impressive what we were seeing for that one scan. Excuse me. As we try to continue to give you the latest. Again, just tracking things here. Looking west of St. Augustine. A little bit of enhancement there. As we're just kind of scan all the different storms. So still showing some pretty nasty activity here. Let's put the lightning tracker on. I've been hearing a lot of thunder. You can see all that electrical activity whenever thunder roars. Go indoors. Very, very important to do that, obviously. Hearing more of that thunder right now, live on the air. We're maybe seeing more of that kind of form right around Stark, actually. Yeah, we're seeing some redevelopment now right in town over Stark. So let's pull up our camera in the corner. This is a strong storm, not severe, right over Stark at this point, but I'll go ahead and pull up our camera here so you guys kind of get an idea of what's going on, because now you'll see some lightning maybe in this view as we look back that way with some of the additional development. Just whenever thunder roars, you want to go indoors. And that velocity's kind of weakened some there east of Lodi. 40, 50 mile an hour winds showing up there now instead. But definitely just watch out for the electrical energy as we're looking at things right towards Stark. Yeah, there's another look at things. Again, trying to give you the latest here. See if we get any lightning on camera. Don't want it too close though, because that's obviously not what you want to see. But I think I just saw a little flash there, maybe. Hard to say for sure. It wasn't definitive. But just whenever thunder roars, you want to go indoors here. Again, trying to give you the latest. Okay, new advisory. Just oh, look at that. That was some real lightning there. Telling that story. And I hear the thunder from it. Again, telling that weather story. Just have a new advisory coming in though. Let me keep this up in a box if we can. We'll keep that up in the box as we see the new advisory now popping on up. Winds of 45 to 55 in this cluster here from Stark up toward Green Cove, Orange Park area now. That's through about 6:30 or so. Again, something to watch here for sure. Again, some nasty weather here. We're tracking across parts of north central, northeast Florida. Again, that electrical energy telling the story. You see winds of 40, 50, right in there, already over just north of Kingsley. Got a correlation coefficient. Don't see much there, luckily. I hear more thunder. So again, try to give you the latest here. Since we don't have any official warnings here as we look towards 6 o'clock. Excuse me. We'll probably wrap things up here pretty soon, but see that rain coming down. And again, there's some of that wind enhancement. Just again, whenever thunder roars, you want to go indoors. So we're gonna wrap it up for now. Thanks so much for tuning in and trusting me. I'm meteorologist Casey Cloud here in the Weather Center. Things can change rapidly this time of year, so we may be back, but we'll definitely be posting things as needed here as well on the different platforms. Facebook there, Casey Cloud, WDX, Facebook Cloud Weather, and then Twitter /X Cloud Casey. So that'll wrap it up for now, but winds of 45 to 55 possible in a new advisory. Have to see if a warning gets issued later in the word Duval or not. But right now we have no active warning as we look toward 6 o'clock there. That one that was in play technically expired at 6, but not really on the board at this moment with the highest level of concern. And I look here at the area of Sun Garden over to Green Cove. We'll watch that to see if there's more strengthening there. Looks like there's a little bit of intensification with that, so I'll have to make sure we don't get any type of warning on Green Cove Springs. But that advisory there, it goes into 6:15. We'll let you know here as needed how things do transpire. So that's going to do it for now. Thanks for tuning in.